What are 5 questions that buyers that are looking to possibly make a move to Des Plaines might ask? Here we go.
These questions we get all the time. What type of homes are most common in Des Plaines? Des Plaines is a big community. We have lots of ranches. We have lots of split levels. We have lots of 2-story colonials, if you will, both center entrances and not center entrances. Brick bungalows from the early 1900s on up. Also, lots of condominiums and townhouses as well. So what is most common? Well, there's a bit of everything in Des Plaines. So if you have a certain type of house preference, you can probably find it in Des Plaines.
Yeah. Average prices of those properties. So we can start with the condos. They are most commonly found near the train station in downtown Des Plaines, but it doesn't mean that there aren't condos or townhomes also available on the north end of Des Plaines in our unincorporated area, and on the south end of Des Plaines, closer to where you would jump on the expressway to go to the southern suburbs or to Chicago. There are also townhouses down there. But in the most cases, average prices for a condo, 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom, would probably start somewhere in the 200,000s. Is there some inventory out there that is below 200? Sure, but that might be a little bit more reserved for a 1 bedroom or maybe a studio. And definitely those buildings would probably not have in-unit laundry, probably not have heated parking or elevators. There's a rarity in there, but 200,000 starting with the condos. Your townhomes in most cases might be 300,000, 350 or so, up to probably the mid 5s for a townhome.
Especially those newer construction ones.
Yes,
that they've
we've
been putting
had
up.
2 new townhome construction communities that have been built in the last year or 2 in Des Plaines as well, and some of them along Oakton are actually brand new, and you'd probably be some of the first occupants to those properties. And then we are going to range. The average list price right now in Des Plaines is right around $430,000 or so for a single family home, but I do know that there is new construction planned for a few isolated single family homes that are stretching somewhere between $1.4 and $1.6 million.
So big
pick a price range.
Lots of type of homes, man. Well, big price ranges as well.
Exactly.
Another big question we get is, how long is the commute to
Always.
Chicago?
Always.
Now, Chicago's a big community, but we usually mean going to downtown Chicago, the Loop area, or the near north side, Lakeview, what's happening down there. So there's lots of opportunities to get to downtown Chicago from Des Plaines. You can take the Kennedy Expressway and drive in. Depending on construction and what's going on, could take you anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. So you got to pay attention to that. You also take 294 out to the Eisenhower, which is 290, and head on in. Again, depending on where you're going and the time of day and the construction, again, 30, 40 minutes to 2 hours.
Those are probably the 2 most common thoroughfares that we would talk about from Des Plaines to drive to Chicago. Would be 90, which is also called the Kennedy. Or 294, which also junctions 90 to get to Chicago, is the Tri-State Tollway. And from there it can take you down to what you said, 290, which is the Eisenhower.
And head on in from there.
Yes.
But then there's also public transportation. There's a metro station stop in Des Plaines. Actually, there's 2.
There are 2.
And there are some express from Des Plaines. So you can get from Des Plaines, board the train, and be downtown at one of the major train stations in 20, 25 minutes. And I know a lot of people who work downtown that just love that. That's an express, and you're going down there quickly. It's
normally very predictable and on time, and you don't have to worry about all of those frustrations that come with driving.
Now, if you're taking one of the regular lines on the metro, the train, maybe 45 minutes or so to get downtown. Then there's also the blue line, which is what we call the L, which stands for the elevated line. That goes out of Rosemont, which is right next to Des Plaines. Oh, that'll take you about 40 minutes or so when you get on the blue line there. Lots of parking. You pay for parking, but lots of parking. You can even take the bus to either the metro station or the blue line as well. There are buses that run up and down Northwest Highway 14, or whatever you want, that would take you there as well.
So like we mentioned, when a large concentration of our condos are in downtown Des Plaines, this is why. Because many times you can leave your car in your garage and at your condo, walk to the train station, jump on the train, and then be downtown anywhere between 22 and usually 45 minutes. The drive from Des Plaines to Rosemont to pick up that blue line at the L station in Rosemont is probably about a 15-minute drive from Des Plaines to Rosemont. So allow yourself about an hour, just over an hour, to get from home to Chicago. Some people take that and then they jump another bus someplace to get to their specific office. Some Chicago businesses run shuttles from the train station to their offices as well. So wherever you're employed, if you're thinking about making a move and you're going to be in the city in a downtown office, ask them if they have some of these amenities to help you out as well as a commuter.
Another question we get a lot is about the schools. How are the schools? What are the schools like?
Yes.
Well, we did a different video about all the schools in Des Plaines, so you can watch that video and learn about the individual schools.
Yes. But we have a wide range of schools, whether they are parochial schools, public schools, year-round school, meaning they have the same amount of school days in the elementary school system, but they are broken up differently. Their summer break is not as long. They have a longer fall break. Traditional winter breaks, and then a longer spring break again. But that is a nice alternative for some families. We also have a very highly rated specialty school with the Science and Arts Academy that is in Des Plaines as well. And one main high school in Des Plaines that takes up most of our residents, high school age students, that's Maine West. But Des Plaines does service a few high schools. You can live in Des Plaines and possibly go to Maine East. You can live in Des Plaines and go to Maine West, where most of the kids do. You can live in Des Plaines and go to Elk Grove High School as well. So there are a lot of options for schools. So we'd be happy to put you in contact with any of those principals or superintendents, anybody that you want to talk to see what school might be able to fit your children best.
They're outstanding schools in their own right.
Highly
Look them up, award-winning.
Yes.
So can't go wrong.
Exactly. And the last piece, what's it like to live in Des Plaines? Well, we've been here for over 30 years, so got to be something good going on if we've stuck around. But you can find most anything in Des Plaines to keep yourself busy.
Yeah, you've got theaters. You can go to movies. You can have live entertainment. There are lots of restaurants of all different types. Korean, Mexican, Italian, you name it, we've got it here, including burger joints and everything else.
A lot of chain restaurants, absolutely. There's corridors of chain restaurants where you could just drive down one street and pretty much be confused on how many decisions you have on which restaurant you want to drive through and grab something to eat. But the other place that we are pleasantly populated with is grocery stores. If you are a person who likes to shop sales or frequent many grocery stores, I might be part of that group. We have lots of them. And from most places in Des Plaines, a drive to the grocery store might max out at 10 minutes tops to get to a grocery store. In many neighborhoods, if you are capable, you could even walk to the grocery stores
to most of them.
every day if you want.
Lots of opportunities to do your grocery shopping and shopping in Des Plaines.
Exactly. We are Joe and Jean Morella, proud residents of Des Plaines for over 30 years. We are with the Spouses Selling Houses team at Keller Williams, and we'd love to be a resource for you if you're considering a move to Des Plaines. We'd be happy to help you find the perfect home in the place that we call home.
Thanks.